And the first thing she said when I sat and when she did the scan was, do not shave them off. And that's when immediately I knew I came to the right place, because me, I was looking for someone to give me permission to just give up kabisa. All right, my name is Trish Kinoti, and I am a patient of Bloom Hair Clinic for the last year. For me, it wasn't a very dramatic, most people, they just wake up and then their hair's fallen off. Mine was very gradual. I had my locks for about 13 years prior to that, so I was always natural. I didn't have many stories in my hair. And then I just noticed gradually, I'd gotten ill a couple of years before that, and then I just noticed a difference in my hair, especially when you've had locks for as long as I have. You have a relationship, so you can always tell. Subtle changes, but I would always be like, just aging or whatever. It was a very gradual, subtle thing that many people didn't notice, but I could notice, but I just didn't know what to do about it. And then now when my locks actually started falling off one by one, I'd feel tenderness, I'd be very uncomfortable. Me being a chronic overthinker, I went online and you go to the mini groups and just found different solutions. So things would work, but then it just wasn't feeling right. And eventually I just kind of gave up, really, because I just didn't know what to do. But I knew something else was wrong. And of course, more people are like, oh, just shave them off and all that. But because of having locks for as long as I have, it was more of a spiritual and personal decision as opposed to aesthetic. So that's why it was very difficult for me to make that choice to just shave it off, because I knew I wasn't really dealing with the problem. And even if I shave it off, then what would happen? So, but in spite of my many efforts, I just give up. I gave up, but I didn't give up, kind of at the same time. Yeah. Yes. Well, Bloom, it's a funny story. I'd actually, like I said, I'd kind of given up. And so I just didn't know what to do. I remember one night I was in my room and I was just like, you know what? Something has to give. I really need to find a solution. And it sounds silly, but I literally just prayed. I told God, I'm like, listen, I've done everything I can and I don't know what else I can do. And I just need help. I just need someone to tell me what to do. And literally the next day she popped up. We always laugh about it. Literally the next day she popped up on my feed on Instagram. And there's nothing to ever suggest why I should ever come across my feed in the first place, like the algorithm and all that. But she just popped up. And what struck out to me was the name Bloom, because I knew they were trichologists, but it was very scientific. It was very cold, very male dominated. So I felt like the ones that I'd seen prior, just in my Google searches, like I told you, I'm a researcher. So it just felt very, I instinctively knew I wouldn't get the help that I needed, because I was looking for not just about hair, but just kind of like a all-around solution and an explanation to what was happening. And so, but the name Bloom in and of itself just caught my eye, because it inspired hope, that hope that I was looking for. So it was the name, and then just her, and then just the space, it was just a whole thing. I can't really explain it, but it just felt like this is someone who's going to help me. Yeah, funny enough, it's even when I was thinking about expectations, I actually didn't expect anything. I think I just wanted maybe someone to give me permission to give up. So even when I came, I remember I was waiting for her, and I was sitting in her office, and I was like, Yanni, Trish, you've wasted so much money on doctors. You're just looking for one more to waste, and someone else is just going to steal your money. But I was like, anyway, what do I have to lose? And then it was just in the care that she gave that I was like, okay, I kind of started, And the first thing she said when I sat and when she did the scan was, do not shave them off. And that's when immediately I knew I came to the right place, because me, I was looking for someone to give me permission to just give up kabisa. As much as depressing as it was, sometimes I knew I couldn't give up, but I was just looking for someone to help me. And so she just said, do not shave them off, and there's hope. And that was even before she even did the scan and all that. And that lifted such a weight off my heart, because for women, hair loss it's a very deeply emotional experience. Men, of course, yes, but there's something, even societally, that's how our hair is treated differently than a man's. So my expectations, they were not high, but I was just like, well, I'll try. But after sitting with her in the consultation, and she just said, do not shave them off, and there's hope. And then after that, she explained it to me. We did the scanning. She literally and she took her time. That's one thing I love about Tatai. She takes her time with you. Like, you don't feel like you're just another number. It could be half an hour, it could be 20 minutes, depending on what it is that you need. And yeah, so my expectations were not very high, because I was like, and especially when she explained what PRP was, I'd never heard of it before. And so I was like, what is that? And it seems a bit, a bit intense, but I was like, you know what, I've done it already. So, and also, yeah, so it was a treatment. My expectations are raised. They were low, but they were raised once she told me the truth about what I knew in my spirit, that do not shave them off like there's a solution. So then they just shot up, and then she exceeded them. Yeah. So my situation was actually more about trauma to my scalp. So luckily for me, my follicles were active and all that. It's just that because of the medical trauma, as she explained it to me, that my scalp was traumatized. So it was really about bringing it back to health, again, bloom. And so it was about bringing my scalp out of that agitated state. So we did the deep cleanse and the PRP, and I didn't need any other external replacements or anything, because mine was just about rehabbing the scalp. So we did about four sessions, and I think by the second session I'd already started seeing, because it was also holistic. Like, it also, because the unburdening of my heart and the fact that I knew I was in good hands, and it kind of all worked together, where she did her part about the medical part, and then also we did the other one about just healing me from the inside out. So yeah, so right now I did my full course, the 4 courses, which I think was 4 months, and then I do maintenance, and then right now I think I've been away for like 8 months now, I think, if I'm not too wrong. And basically, like, my hair grew back, and I was able to reattach the ones that had fallen, and then so now my scalp is like, it's back to the way it was when I first started my journey. And yeah, we're happy scalp, happy hair. So I come for a touch-up to remind myself not to slip back into the old habits. Because then also she taught me about how we treated our scalps, like when we were younger. Very rough and very just doing too many things to our scalps, as opposed to just letting it just be. Especially for me, it was natural, just letting it be. So she really taught me about the proper way to treat your scalp, how to use the massager, how moisture is very important, and how and also what you put in your body, of course, and all that. So it was, like I said, holistic thing, yeah. I would definitely 100% recommend Bloom Hair Clinic. I mean, every story is different. I'm not promising that you're going to get my exact results, but I can tell you that I was inspired because I saw someone had come here who also had locks, and that was I just took a chance. I just decided, you know what, if you know in your heart, yes, people will tell you, oh, just shave it off, or just give up, oh, that's age, or this, but if you know and you know, then I'll encourage you to just take the chance, because if I had not taken the chance, I know I would not be as happy as I am right now, and have learned a lot about my hair, and because I also tell my friends about what they're doing wrong with their hair. And Bloom really does bloom. Like, she takes care of your health, of your hair, of your scalp, and also she has an extra thing where she also helps you, like, I just like spiritually as well, because she sees the whole person. She's not just seeing you but she sees you as the individual, and she treats you according to you. And she's always available. She's very open to answering questions, to encourage. There are many times I'll be WhatsApping her randomly in the middle of late in the night, just asking her another question, and she's very available. So Bloom definitely is what it does. It will make you bloom. So just take the chance. I understand the skepticism. I was there as well. But I would say that Bloom is definitely, there's something different about Bloom. And once you walk through those doors, you will definitely see it. So come.